to Spartyka Fight League Radio with your hosts, Mikey B and Chris Alani.
Let's go to war! It's fight time!
Welcome to SFL Radio live from the Spartyka Freedom Gala 2019. We're here at the Crown Plaza in Virginia Beach. I am joined by my lovely fiancée, Christina.
Hi.
Who is also a ring girl for Spartyka. And we are back. As you can see, I have the Eddie Marcato here.
Yeah, Mikey V, what's happening?
Not in the studio. We're on the second story. This is actually a really cool layout. I like this layout here. If you haven't been to Crown Plaza yet, it's like I guess like three-story type tiers. They have like balconies everywhere. So we're up on the second one.
It's pretty dope, man.
It is.
I like it.
Check out Eddie's outfit. I was telling everybody you don't get to see the outfits. He's got the big championship chain on. That is one of the Spartyka champion chains. So if you have the medal to get in the ring and earn yourself a strap, you also get that thing around your neck.
That was clever. I like what you did there.
You like that?
That was
play
good.
on words.
That was good.
You know.
But yeah, we're here for the third ever.
It's the third. Okay.
Third annual gala.
My correction. Last one I said second. I thought it was the second, so it's the third.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Here at the Crown Plaza. It's on Bonnie Road in Virginia Beach.
Yep.
Beautiful place. It's got a hotel. It's got its own restaurant. Ballroom? Is this a ballroom?
This is a
banquet room?
I don't even know.
Banquet room?
Well, you know what? I heard there used to be a nightclub here, and I think actually this was the nightclub before.
I can see.
Because this seems very nightclubbish. Definitely. Built-in trussing, everything. It's nice. So I was telling everybody about our guest speakers tonight. Seen a lot of cats in the house. I haven't seen fighting a little bit, but it's cool to see everybody here. Samson Saucer, I saw him just running around downstairs with his family.
Yep. He's here. We got the Shermer brothers. They're all dressed to the nines. Alistair Patterson's in the house. Joe Huggins.
Yep.
Pierre.
You all right?
Excuse me.
Need a beer? Okay.
Oh, sorry. We got handsome Thomas Blair in the house.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of gold belts floating around out here.
I know. I was going to say a lot of champs and a lot of former champs.
Mitch Aguiar.
Yep. Saw Mitch down there.
He's now professional. Go check him out. But yeah, it's a house full of beautiful people wearing beautiful things.
You still look skinny, man. So everybody remembers the last SFL was your post trip interview. You have the luscious hair that I'm jealous of.
Yeah, I had to straighten it. But it's funny because I wore this suit to the last SFL, and I put it on today, and I was like, oh, like the pants were like super loose. Like Andy had to give me his belt downstairs because the pants were so loose.
That's crazy.
Like, oh man,
that's great.
I wasn't banking on that.
So you're still training, so that's good, right?
Well, no, I can't train because I jacked up my ankle and my shoulder.
Oh, you haven't been training since then?
No.
Okay. I thought you were good to go.
I've slowly been, starting to run on it, doing like the elliptical run, different kind of rehab techniques to get it stronger. So yeah, I mean, everyone I talked to was like, man, don't push it. Rush back into it and like really hurt yourself.
Plus, you're no spring chicken anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I am no spring chicken. Yeah.
It would take me forever if I twisted my ankle to heal. Yeah. I would probably just die.
It sucks, man. It sucks not being
At my
able to
age,
train.
I'd just be done. I'd be done.
Yeah. But
you think we're gonna see you fight again or what?
Maybe.
Did you get the bug?
Maybe do like an MMA fight. Yeah, I mean you can't help but not. Like once you do it, it's almost like an addiction. It's like you're chasing the dragon. You're like you want one more hit. Like man.
Yeah. Well, now you do the thing too. You like okay, I did a pro Muay Thai fight, but you haven't done an MMA fight. So now it's like you're like, well, now I'm gonna try an MMA fight. Next thing you know, like you got it.
Yeah, maybe Spartyka will put on a pro-am and I'll get in there and make my pro MMA debut. Who knows? I mean, who knows?
Crazy.
I'll never 3 years ago, if you were like, or even a year ago, if you were like, hey, you're gonna go do a pro Muay Thai fight in Thailand, I'd be like, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, not happening.
But you did it.
But like, it happened. So like, I'll never say never. Anything's possible.
True.
But it better happen sooner rather than later, because like you said, I'm no spring chicken. I'm 33, so we'll see. What do you? What about you? When are we gonna see you in this Spartyka cage?
Well, I go in there every fight to take a picture. They usually catch me in the cage then. Now, you know what's funny? I've been doing the kickboxing stuff at UFC Gym Norfolk. Just once again, thank you, UFC Gym Norfolk. It's our sponsor of the podcast.
Shout out to Dan Brooks, by the way.
Yep, absolutely. I've been seeing Dan a lot. Usually it's for coffee and cigars, but I was like, man, he actually hit me up the other day and said he wanted to work with me again, one-on-one, and I'm going to go in there. Actually, next week, I committed 4 days next week to going in there and really start, doing the Muay Thai again, because I love it. I really do love it. It's just, owning the small business and being the, this show and everything else that I do.
You're a very busy man, by the way, Mr. Mikey V.
But you got to make time to train.
I always see you doing different things. Your hustle game is strong.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
way strong.
Thank you.
It's impressive.
So we got some military videos starting. Looks like we got the color guard getting formed up. We're having a full military honors and salute. We have somebody from every branch of the service here.
Someone just grabbed my hair, and I don't know who that was.
I think that's going to happen a lot tonight.
It's definitely been groped without permission, I guess.
Right? So I wanted to bring you on in the beginning. Me and Christina did a little intro, but you were a big part of SFL Radio. It's been my first year here, but I'd like to thank you for always coming on as a guest co-host, helping us out. You've done a lot for me and Chris, and we appreciate it, man.
Well, you rock out, Mikey V, and so does Chris. Both of y'all are just awesome.
Thank you.
You're awesome human beings, and if you're not following these guys on social media, you're missing out. Go follow them. They're hilarious. They make a lot of great points. And my dude's hustling, man. You need cigars, you need coffee. Go check this dude out, man.
It's crazy. Actually, it's
you
funny.
need a DJ? Hit him up.
I think I'm doing some solo podcasting stuff coming up soon. I'm gonna start. I've been working on some writing and stuff. So
the hustle never ends.
I think it's gonna be short, but 3-5 minute quickies. I'm not gonna be doing 1 hour just solo me's, like a Rant Nation kind of thing.
Like a little bunker kind of deal.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna start doing that.
I dig it, man.
I was gonna do some of those for SFL Radio too. So stay tuned. I was telling people we have some things in the works for SFL Radio. I kind of mentioned to you earlier. Keep that on the hush. We did get a new 4K camera.
Yeah.
So if you notice,
check out what Mikey V's wearing, all decked out, all blacked out.
Black on black.
Yeah.
We got the new 4K.
Wait, is that Murdered Out? Is that what the kids call it?
Murdered Out, yeah.
Murdered Out.
No, I don't think the kids call that anymore. I think it used to be the kids thing, and I think now it's their parents.
Oh, wow.
Because Murdered Out was early 2000s,
so that's
right?
I'm really old. Is it?
I think it was.
I thought it was
Nah, Murdered Out was I don't know.
It's still the 10.
Maybe it was.
The 2010?
We're dating ourselves.
We're old.
So
That's the moral of the story is we're old.
I am Murdered Out. And we're having a good time here. We're going to get going. We're going to look for some fighters to bring on some of the volunteers. This is a day, it's all about fun. It's not talking about business. It's talking about awesome outfits, great friendships.
Yeah, and
smiles.
end of year awards.
And the end of year,
a bunch of awards.
Exactly. I can't wait. So I can't wait to see who is Fighter of the Year. Did you? I should. I don't know if I should ask that. Do you vote on these? Did you vote on these?
Oh, you're trying to throw me under the bus?
No, I didn't ask who you voted for. I'm just asking, did you vote?
Yes, I did vote.
So I made a point. Me and Chris both made a point to not vote in any of the categories except Best Fighter.
Okay.
Yeah. So SFL Radio always maintains neutrality. I felt like for Best Fighter, we had to throw in on that one. But
that's fair enough. That's respectable.
But other than that,
making sure you're unbiased about it. I feel like I do it professionally. I do it for a living. So I feel like I can I can train with someone and still commentate their fight.
Exactly.
As unbiasedly as possible. I think the show's starting.
We're getting started. We're going to get going. We'll be back after this.
Joke, punchline.
We're live. He's like, what? We're live.
Shit.
We are live on SFL Radio. I'm Mikey V. Welcome back. I am here with Jose Roman.
With the Armed Services Arts Partnership.
And, I was going to say, you were our opening comedian tonight. So, was that... What do they call it? Is there a name for that? Opening?
The opener?
Were you the opener?
Yeah, it is the opener.
Act?
Yeah. Openers. Yeah, opener all my life. Yeah.
So you did a great job though.
It's pretty much like the first base of comedy.
When you were in the military, did you do something in front of people? Because you are very, very comfortable.
Well, what are the things? Well, yeah, I was a CB with Naval Special Warfare for a long time, and a lot of times where I was only be there. So when you're 1 or 2 deep, and you got a bunch of alpha dudes around you, you gotta kind of be a little bit of a, hey, I know my shit.
Yeah.
Curse on this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll keep it clean. Yeah, but there's that, and I've had opportunities afterwards to just kind of sharpen the craft, get a little better at speaking and talking in front of people. But it's never a given. That's for sure. Not for me.
Well, you did very good, and I was saying
you,
I do a lot of stuff obviously in front of people, and I think that you were very and you were funny, and your jokes were good, and then
keep it coming.
You're
Keep
the
it
teacher,
coming.
right? you like
I'm one of the instructors. I'm more of a mentor
Yep.
because I was actually in the first program, and if I could, I don't know how much time I could talk about the program, but
We'll give everybody a base of what it is.
okay. So the Armed Services Art Partnership, and the website is asap.org. Sort of started out by our executive director, really young guy. He's like a little Zuckerberg, Sam Pressler. He's a student at William & Mary, and he had some family history with suicide and mental illness, and he said, you know what would really help. He really took a passion to the veteran population, and he hosted the Veterans Writing Project, which is another nonprofit for veterans in the community, and that nonprofit got started by a gentleman named Ron Capps, who, when he was dealing with some PTSD, he found out that writing was what helped him the most.
Yeah.
So Ron came down and did a veterans writing workshop. It's a writing workshop for taught by combat veterans, for veterans. And in that workshop, I learned a little bit about writing and putting things on paper and kind of getting stuff out of the system. Later on, Sam thought, you know what, if the writing works, what about comedy, and what would comedy do? So I was coming fresh off my second to last deployment from Iraq, and I was like, you know what, that writing workshop kind of did me some good, and I kind of stuck with it. And he said, we're going to do comedy, and I was like, comedy? I said, nah, man, I don't know, but I did it, and I did the first comedy boot camp class. And we've had about over 200 veterans go through our program.
That's awesome.
And these are veterans that are not necessarily the people that are in front of people. We've had folks from the World War II generation all the way to post 9/11 veterans and active duty folks.
And sometimes veteran funny is not always like regular human funny.
No, that's right. You got to learn to dial it back.
Because I was going to say, I remember I did 20 years myself, and all the deployments, the weird like late night watch conversations, and the things that would go on, and then it's like you think like if anyone could hear what we're talking about, they would probably commit us.
You can go to dark places on that watch.
There is some, especially when you're deployed overseas, there is some dark humor. Dark humor.
And
it's the stuff you remember though. Like I remember all those jokes.
Mm-hmm. That's what you tap into. And when we're in the way the courses work is that we do Saturday courses, and we host the classes in Hampton Roads here in Virginia Beach in partnership with the Sandler Center, and in Alexandria with an arts organization there in the community. And I'll throw it out there. It's a safe place to talk about and joke about literally everything you ever talked about and joked about in the military.
The stuff you think you can't talk about when you come back.
Absolutely. And what we do is we help you cater, sort of carve that into a functional 5-minute set.
Yeah.
So with that, we're kind of showing you what's the structure of writing a joke, and what a punchline, what a tagline is, and what that looks like, and we're giving you feedback to keep you on course. So by the end of the course, we have a graduation show where you invite all your friends and family to come out. And the boot camp is a 101 class, but by the time you're done with it, you're going to put out a polished set in front of an audience, and you're going to get some feedback the whole way, and you're going to feel like a comic. Yeah. And the whole goal of the organization is for not just to have a one-off, but for veterans to connect with the arts and continue in the arts.
Of course. Now, tonight's comic that came on after you, was she one of the people that went through that program?
Actually, some of the guys that are coming on tonight are some of our local comics here in Hampton Roads.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's some of our more polished comics that they're here in Virginia Beach and Norfolk. There's a little underground comic scene, and let me just, sometimes, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club, but we're going to talk about the comedy scene here, and we got a lot of hardworking comics that are up and comers, and I wanted to bring those guys on board with this show because I thought they had polished material.
And we thank them for coming out. I mean, that's great to be part of such an awesome event. They can you do the Funny Bone, right?
Oh yeah. We do. The Funny Bone actually puts on a Clash of the Comics every month, and that's besides one of the great national acts that they bring through. They give an opportunity for local comics, for starting up and comers to come in there, invite friends to watch them, and to just sort of compete against other comics. And it's a great way to sort of these competitions, they're springing up everywhere, where they just give you the flight time, the range time you need to really tell your jokes and really kind of get
the time.
Get yourself
I think
solid.
Being out in front of people is really what you need. I mean, you can practice stuff at home all you want, but you need that stage. It's like a DJ, the same thing. You need that stage time.
There is no replacement. There's no fast forward button. Comedy is about writing and performing and getting out there and getting that audience feedback.
And I feel like you're going to have some shows that suck too, right? Like,
absolutely.
You're going to have those suck fest, but you got to keep going. Because I
Absolutely.
think like even the guys that you see on TV now probably had those days in the club where they were like, oh God, somebody killed me.
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you, it's a hard road because a lot of it is, a lot of open mics where you just try new material. And that's part of the process is just go write a joke, try it out at an open mic on a Wednesday where there's, 10 other open mic comics around there and maybe a handful of folks that like to go out and drink on Wednesdays. And you try those jokes and you see how it hits. And, sometimes it's all about you, what you think. If it's funny and you think it's funny, you keep tweaking and working that joke.
Yeah.
And that's the secret, and then being able to perform it like, hey, I just came up with this off the top of my head.
Hell yeah.
And that's just, if you watch anybody on Netflix or any show and any successful comedian, he's ran those jokes through the grinder.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they're not winging that stuff. That's not freestyle.
That's not just freestyle. No, sir. And that's
Awesome.
and that's the art. That's the art of it.
If people want to see you, can they see you at the Funny Bone? Do you perform at the Funny Bone?
Actually, the Funny Bone, I'll probably be there in March for the Clash of the Comics.
Nice.
Spoiler alert. That's every first Tuesday, and I'm putting it out there. There's some really great comics, a lot of great local comics. Actually, my next show is going to be February 15th at Toast in Norfolk.
Oh yeah, I love Toast.
Yeah, Toast is such a great place.
Nice.
But
I didn't know they did comedy there.
Oh well, they do now. Let me
Okay.
tell you, we had a great show at Toast. The owners, the owners and the bartenders there, they're just great people. They really get
Sweet.
it. We had a great show. I'm the host of the new, I call it the Late Night Norfolk show.
Okay.
And we had some amazing comics come out. We packed that space back there with about 70 people, and just had a really good time. So that's the goal, is to really put out really good quality comedy right here in the Hampton Roads area and keep having folks come back out for it. And that's,
Yeah, well,
that's
probably going
the
to see me
mission.
out there. I love that. I'm super excited, man. I love all the stuff you're doing. I love what you're doing with the veterans. Obviously, being one myself, we've talked about this at length, and I think it's a great thing, man. The guys and girls that are coming back really need that kind of stuff.
It's a blast. In our ASAP classes right now, we're in open enrollment for the Comedy Boot Camp. We also are in partnership with Push Improv Theater in Norfolk. So we're also offering improv classes, the boot camp, and we're also partnered with the Museum of Contemporary Arts in Virginia Beach for photography and drawing classes. So that's the goal, is to partner to really kind of tap into something that maybe maybe you were sketching on watch and taking photos on deployment, and when you really thought about, man, if you really wanted to do this a little bit more seriously, come out to one of the workshops, hit me up, and whenever you see me, find me on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm on the IG now, so I'm trying to.
I was going to say throw your social media out there, but you got it. What if they want, as far as the website, where do they go again? Remind them.
asap.org, asap.org. Check out some of the videos on YouTube, some of the comics that have gone up, the Improver, some of the shows we've done in Alexandria, DC. So it's pretty much the two big hubs where we teach our classes and we perform. And that's DC, we're pretty active up there, and then right here in Hampton Roads and Virginia Beach. And all our alumni, we always ask them to come back for veteran showcases and stuff. And we partner with breweries, with different restaurants, and different places to perform and just kind of keep on doing it.
Excellent. I'm trying to get you guys in my space. I would love to have some kind of.
Hell yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
We're going to throw a date on there, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it a fun time.
Excellent. Well, hey, we're at the Spartyka Freedom Gala 2019. We got SFL 37 coming up next week in exactly a week, or actually less than a week because it's on Friday. It's our one Friday night fight. I love Friday night. I wish they all were Friday night
The
fights.
Friday night fights is where it's at.
I don't know why it is, but it seems like just so much better on a Friday, and the energy in the crowd is just so much more awesome.
Yeah, people are ready for it, man. I you know what? I love Jimmy and what Spartyka does.
Yeah.
And it's just going like gangbusters,
It is. That was my first Friday. The Friday night fights last year was my first fight where I came up with the podcast idea to do SFL radio, and then I came by April we had the show up and running, which is pretty sweet.
That's what I'm talking about. You guys are killing it, man. And that's
Thank
what I
you.
love, is that everybody's killing it right here in Hampton Roads. And and come out and support.
That's right.
Support the podcast, support the fights, support the arts.
Yeah. We will look everything up. We'll see you soon. You're definitely going to see more of this guy because I have plans. I have plans for us, my friend.
All right, plans.
Thanks for being part of the Spartyka family. We will catch you guys after the break. Try to get some fighters on here. Everybody's drinking and eating and having a good time. We got some videos. We got the videos going with all the
5Ks.
The 5Ks that
Jimmy, I swear, has cloned himself to host these events across the country.
He has the most amazing volunteer squad you could ever imagine.
I gotta give a shout out to
it's
the
like a volunteer
volunteers.
army, really, because they're so like
it's the foot soldiers. It's
well put together.
It's the fight club of Spartyka that's really the army behind these events.
I told him he could write a book on the way he organizes his volunteers. There's paid companies that aren't organized as well as that.
Absolutely.
And I feel like volunteers would be harder because no one's getting paid. So they really, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
at the end of the day, they could be like, I'm out.
They're doing it for the passion, and
crazy.
that's what you gotta love. You can't buy that. You can't buy that kind of passion for an organization.
No, you can't.
You know, and I'm talking from a person that's been in the nonprofit space.
Yeah.
You know, that's something special to have those kind of folks that are really stepping up because they believe in the mission and
Yes.
they believe in the why. Let me drop my Simon Sinek. You know, believing in the why, and that's the great thing about this organization is what they do, and that's what, as a veteran advocate myself, that's what I always stand behind. A lot of organizations that put in a lot of lip service, hand you a towel and a T-shirt. But what Spartyka's doing is they're really stepping up and they're putting their energy into really helping the veteran and military population.
Heck yeah. Well, brother, thank you for the time. I'm going to let you get back.
Man.
I know there's mad people that want to see you and take pictures, and you know, I know you probably want to drink too. So.
Yeah, there's that. Hey,
All
thank you, brother.
We'll be back soon. Back to Spartyka Fight League Radio. I am your host, Mikey V, absent my co-host, Chris Alani. But I have somebody way prettier and way funnier.
Well, thank you so much.
Mindy S., who is our second comedian of the day that came up.
Yep, that was me.
Excellent. So, are you I know he runs the program with the veterans. Did you go through that program, or are you just a local comedian?
I'm a local comedian. I got kind of hooked up because they saw me on stage at Funny Bone recently, and then kind of just recruited me for this. This is the first time I've done comedy for kind of like an event like this, so it's been really fun. It's been a definite learning experience.
I have to say, I loved your joke when you said you feel like you're on a shitty cruise.
I felt like a shitty cruise
because everybody
for
was.
sure.
Everybody's not that the gala's beautiful and everything's great and the food was awesome, but just like you're sitting up there and everybody's in a buffet line getting food.
Well,
and you're just like,
I've never been announced before where they're like, "This is Mindy S. Oh, by the way, you guys can get up for the buffet now." So there's like 50 people that do a trail past the stage and going to get food. Yeah, I was
but
like,
you did very well.
Thank you, and I ate, and the food was excellent, so I understand when I got up. Yeah.
We appreciate you coming out and doing this. I know you guys are all volunteering to come out.
Yeah.
Are you a local, like a resident, like a native?
I am. Yep, I've born and raised, so I've been here for 35 years.
Nice. I am not a resident. I'm a resident, not a native.
Yeah, there you go.
Coast Guard brought me here. So.
Gotcha.
You do Funny Bone down in Town Center?
I do. I'm at Funny Bone sometimes. I'm just kind of wherever they put me. I've been in D.C. recently. I have some shows coming up in Baltimore. So I'm hustling. Like, you just got to get out there. I'm grinding away, basically, and taking what ever kind of, I guess, good opportunities come up. And this was definitely one of them. Not only do I support the cause, but I also, you got to get your face out there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's back was to me because they were at the buffet, but, you know, like maybe a couple of people saw me.
We heard you, though. Because even that one joke you had told, and then you're like, wait, people are actually listening. Like,
I
you
was
don't
like,
think they are. But
yeah, exactly.
No, that's awesome. Have you ever been to a Spartyka fight?
I have not, but
do you plan on coming to one?
I do plan on coming to one.
You should.
I'm a little worried that it's going to be super intense for me.
It is. No, you'll love it, though. I'll tell you what. Well, so far, if you come out, you can come say hi to us because we're on the floor. We're like catty corner to the DJ right next to the stage. We have all the fighters come out. There isn't a bad seat in the house at the Ted Constant Center. Yeah. And I'm telling you, like, I went to one fight as a spectator and came up with the podcast idea at the fight because it was just so, like, the energy was so insane, and I was like, I have to be a part of this somehow. And I'm like, and I am not funny, and I can't fight. And I don't have ring presence, so I'm going to do a podcast. So.
Well, that's awesome. Anything to kind of get you out of the box, you know? Yeah. So let me ask you, are people, like, bleeding? Is that a thing?
Sometimes. I'm thinking back, and I'm like, actually, I have a podcast where he could not wear those white headphones that you're wearing because he was like covered in blood, and he went to grab them, and I'm like, bro, you're not putting those on your head. Stop. You're just gonna have to wing it without the monitor headphones.
So wait, can you kick people?
Yes, so they're just wearing small, like 5-ounce gloves. I think they're 5-ounce gloves. They're little gloves, and no shin pads, knee pads. I mean, it's just, you know, and it's striking and grappling, and they're bleed. I mean, guys get, you know, cut eyes, heads, lips, noses. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
You know, you wouldn't believe this, but I actually have my black belt in karate, and I used to do jiu-jitsu when I was younger. So I'll kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, I've broken my nose 3 times, so when people get punched in the face, I get a bit of a flashback. That was my concern with coming, but I'll suck it up and come anyway. It sounds fun.
You'll love it. It's a good time. It's a good party. Everybody, like you'll see the energy in the crowd. The production is great. The jumbotron. It's like you feel like you're at a way bigger show. I mean, obviously it's a local show, but you'll feel like you're at like a UFC fight. Like it's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. Can people can they climb up on the cage? Is there a cage?
Yeah, of course there is.
Jumps off the cage? No way.
No, not in the fight. But I'm saying like after they're done, they always jump up and celebrate. They do
There
the
you
whole
go.
like, ooh, you know, like. Argh.
Yeah, I got you. Are they all local fighters?
No. We have fighters from Maryland. We have fighters from like the D.C. area. We have fighters we've had some from Philly before, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, they come in from all over. So,
What do they win?
awesome belts, and amateur fighting. Obviously, amateur fights that they build up to, kind of like you said with the comedy scene where you're hustling and you're traveling around.
Yeah.
Same thing for these guys, and they're going to take fights not just in Spartyka but in other promotions as well, and then eventually, hopefully, get picked up for their pro card when they get going. Whether it's Bellator, obviously UFC's the biggest.
Yeah.
But there's other pro. I mean, we actually threw a pro fight before with Spartyka. We've had a pro-am. So, then of course you're starting to get paid for fighting, and that's these guys'
Sure,
dreams.
that's the nice. Every time I get paid for comedy, I'm still like, oh my! They could give me like $12, and I'd still be like, thank you so much, because it's literally like you're getting paid for the one thing you care about the most. You're like, how can this be so fun, and I still got paid for it?
Yeah, exactly. So that's awesome. Well, give everybody your social media they can find you.
Sure. My name is Mindy S. You say it like the letter, but you spell it ESS. So my Instagram is @MindyS, and my Facebook is just Mindy S. I'm basically Mindy S on everything. #MindyS. That's it. Thank you for letting me ramble on.
No doubt. Thank you for coming on our podcast. We look forward to seeing you at a future fight.
For sure.
Everyone else, SFL 37, it's coming next Friday Night Fights. It's our first of the year. Me and Chris and the gang will see you guys there, and we're going to take a break, watch some more awards, and we'll be back.
Awesome. Thanks.
Oh, hi. How's it going? Just kidding. Welcome back to SFL Radio. I'm your host, Mikey V. I'm here with Jordan Sub-Zero Dupree. What's going on, Mike? I would like to personally thank you on behalf of Jimmy and Spartyka Nation for all the hard work you put in tonight behind the scenes to the PowerPoint presentation, the videos, basically the operation, everything going smoothly tonight.
It was definitely an adventure, getting everything last minute, putting everything together.
Yeah, you did a great job, though. Mr. Sham, DJ as always. I will say, he got an amazing award tonight. A nice hand-carved wooden turntable. Shane Graham in the background. Our ring announcer.
What up, buddy?
Shane got an amazing award as well.
Yeah.
Basically, both of these guys have been with Spartyka since the beginning. We're talking 37 fights. That's an amazing amount considering how many fights we do a year. Almost a little over 10 years worth of fights, and these guys have been there since the beginning, so that's amazing. They both got those awards in front of everybody. We went through all the fighter of the night, fighter of the night, knockout of the night, submission of the night, and then those guys all get nominated throughout each fight for the 4 fights for the year. So we talked about that. Elias Briley came on here and talked about it. It was a cool crowd tonight, man. Like, great energy, packed house.
Everybody looked amazing tonight.
Yeah, everybody was super dressed up.
Definitely dressed to impress tonight.
We are Los Asesinos in the all black today. I love it. Both of us did not plan to come in all black.
This was definitely not planned out. It just happened to happen.
Yeah, well, he was like, wear a black Spartyka tie, and I was like, I'm just going to wear black everything. So,
Yep.
I like it. Well, yeah, man, SFL 37 next week on Friday. I don't know about you, especially after tonight. I'm super excited.
I'm definitely excited. I can't wait to see. There are plenty of amazing fights lined up for Friday's fight. It's going to be a good night. I'm curious to see who wins.
You're going to be doing photography there, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's my tech dude. You're all things technology, man. I will say this, even not just this podcast, but behind the scenes with Rec AF and all the other podcasts that I produce. Couldn't do it without you, man. Thank you for all the hard work. When we were getting SFL Radio launched, you were the guy that I called in the middle of the night when I couldn't get the mixer to work. You were the guy when I can't hear anything in my headphones. Jordan! So this is the sound engineer, the guy that made everything happen. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Well, as you can hear in the background, Mr. Sham is killing it. Everybody's dancing. Monica is dancing on stage.
They are having a blast down there.
Yes, not everything is going to be photoed and videoed for you. You're just going to have to come to the next gala and see for yourself. come out to SFL 37 Friday Night Fights, February 1st, 2018. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe on all our other. I gotta get better with the audio updating. I think I just kind of like just do YouTube now. I think I'm like too behind on the.
Yeah, you are too behind on just the audio.
Well, whatever. How about this? Listen to us on YouTube. It's better because then you can see us. I got a 4K HD camera now. It's all good.
That was a good find. I was watching you tonight. That camera is definitely 100 times better than the one you had before.
I'm in the dark on a second-story like media balcony right now, and it's amazing. We have like a tiny little light on us. So thanks for sticking it out with us. SFL Radio 2019. We got big things coming. We got big fights coming. We got some surprises too. We'll tell you about those. But stick it out. We will see you guys next week. I'm Mikey V.
I'm Jordan Sub-Zero. Dupree.
Signing off. We'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Spartyka!